Here is section 4.8. I'm going to show you how to solve equations with fractions. So problem number 1, it says x minus 3/4 equals 1/20. You want to get x by itself, so you want to get rid of this negative 3/4. So you add the opposite, add 3/4. So 1x is equal to, now want a common denominator here, which is the common denominator between 4 and 20 is 20. So keep 1/20, multiply the top and bottom by 5, so that's 15/20, and then add, so you get 16/20, and reduce each of these by 4. So 4/5 is your final answer. So for problem number 2, it says 1/3 x equals 7. You could do this in one of two ways. You could turn this into 1x over 3 equals 7 over 1, and then cross multiply. 1x times 1 is 1x, and 7 times 3 is 21. The other way you could have done this problem, 1/3 x equals 7, is you want to multiply by the reciprocal of 1/3, which is 3 over 1. So multiply this side by 3, this side by 3, and again, x is 21. So for number 3, if we multiply, we want to get rid of 3/5, so the reciprocal would be 5/3. Whatever you do to one side, you do to the other. So we're multiplying both sides by 5/3. This becomes just simply 1a. These 5's cross out, the 3's cross out. Then on the other side, the right side, 3 goes into 9 3 times, and 3 times 5 is 15. So for number 4, your reciprocal of 3/4 is 4/3. So the 4's and the 3's cross out, and 4 goes into 8 2 times, so this would be -1/6. Now for this one, to do this an alternate way, think of this as 3x over 4 equals -1/8. And then if you cross multiply, 3x times 8 is 24x. -1 times 4 is equal to -4. Then divide by 24 and reduce. 4 goes into both of these, and that would be -1/6. You get the same answer. For number 5, I skipped one, but not intentionally. So I want to get rid of this 3, so I'm going to multiply. The reciprocal of 3 is 1/3. So multiply this side by 1/3. So 1/3 times 3 is 1. And for this one, nothing crosses out, so -2 times 1 is -2. 11 times 3 is 33. Number 7. Okay. What you could do here, you have 3 terms here, a 6, a 1, and a 3. The least common multiple of 6, 1, and 3 is 6. So if I multiply this by 6, this by 6, and this by 6, these 6's cross out, so you have x. 6 times 1 is 6. 3 goes into 6 2 times. 4 times 2 is 8. Now you have an equation with no fractions, so subtract 6, and x is 2. I would do that same thing for number 8. Your common denominator is 15. I'd multiply this by 15, this by 15, and obviously that by 15. 5 goes into 15 3 times, so this becomes 3z. 3 goes into 15 5 times, so that's -5z. And 6 times 15 is 90. So 3 minus 5 is -2. Divide by -2, and z is -35. Nope, sorry, not -35. Half of 90 is 45, so it's -45. Number 9, the common denominator would be 6, or least common multiple. 2 goes into 6 3 times, so that becomes 3x. 3 goes into 6 2 times, so that's 2x. 2 goes into 6 3 times, so this is 3. So now you're going to subtract 2x, both sides, and x is 3. In the last example in section 4.8, they just want you to add these two fractions. You're not solving, you're just simplifying. The common denominator between 3 and 5 is 15. So multiply both of these by 5, so you get 5x on top. This by 3, this by 3, 6. And when you add, you're going to keep the denominator as 15, but 5x plus 6 is just 5x plus 6. They're not like terms. So that's your final answer.